Good evening, everyone. This is the first maiden webinar being organized by Lions Club of Calcutta, Mother under the aegis of District 322B2. A little small introduction about Lions Club Mother Teresa is this was inaugurated in December 2006 and chartered on 5th April 2007. It's sponsored by Lions Club of Calcutta with this president who was Leo turned lion Ashish Jhunjhunwala, which I think everyone knows. The main objective of this club, I still request everyone to please mute to have a uninterrupted experience. Everyone is requested to mute their chat. We are trying to mute them, but somehow they are unmuting them. So we are planning to come up, the main focus of this club is to provide education and its related activities, especially computer education, information technology, and scholarship. Have been organizing various service activities related to environment, site first, food for hunger, diabetes, and child health. We have a signature project which we all know, which is Gurukul Awards, which is being organized every year. Sarvesh, yes, sorry for the disturbance. So, we had this signature project called Gurukul Awards, which is being organized every year since 2007. And we just wanted to share with you that the Lions Club Mother Teresa is the first maiden club in District 322B2 who has been able to organize this webinar, and with none other than our past international director, Lion A.P. Singh. I just want to, before I hand over to AP sir, I just wanted to share with you that we are planning to come up with an educational initiative called Bhavishya Kiran, where we are planning to provide computer education to needy students. And we look for all of you to support us in identifying the right space so that we can set up a computer center for the needy students. So you can get in touch with us if anyone has any suggestions. We'll be coming up with a next webinar again with the support of our past DG Rajkumar ji on 6th of May on Shampoo Your Brain. We are going to, set the promotion just after this event. And this will be taken by none other than Dwarka Jain ji. We'll be giving you all the details in due course. But yes, this is definitely something which will definitely help us in shampooing our brain towards this lockdown. But today's topic is really very important. I don't want to speak a single word on the topic because I want AP sir to completely take over this entire thing. But before I give the proceedings to him, I request Ashish Jhunjhunwala, our charter presidents, to please introduce AP Singh sir. Ashish, over to you. Ashish, you need to unmute yourself. Sarvesh.
Yeah, good evening, friends. I hope I am audible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, good evening, friends. Though Lion A.P. Singh needs no introduction in the Lions fraternity, but since there are few new members here present today, hence I would like to say a few words about the stalwart Lion A.P., as we lovingly call him. Lion A.P. is a Lion member since the last more than 30 years, in fact. He is our past international director and is a part of the current international board as well. He has traveled length and breadth of the globe. Lion A.P. is a renowned debater in the Calcutta Debating Center and has won many accolades and awards for his debating skills. And finally, Lion A.P. is a chartered accountant by profession since the last 31 years. So friends, Team MTS proudly presents the keynote speaker of the day, Lion A.P. Singh, before you.
Sir, Ashish, just I wanted to request all the participants to please stop their videos. I request everyone to please stop your video to get the best clarity of the sound and the best clarity of the bandwidth. We have right now over 250 participants from across the country who is attending this webinar. I request all of you to please stop your video, and I request AP sir to please take over the proceedings. And then we will end up with 10 or 15 minutes of question answer sessions where I request everyone to please put your question on the chat box. We'll try to get answers from as many questions you have from AP sir directly within the time permitted to us. Over to you, AP sir. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Sanjeev, and thank you for this opportunity. Your club is known for past so many years for the innovative programs and the projects that you've been taking. You are a forward-looking club, and I have been always very appreciative of the initiatives that you have introduced. Your intent is always not only to serve, but to serve and make an impact, to leave an impression. And you have some wonderful minds that work behind all the programs in your club. So congratulations. And I'm not at all surprised that amongst the many clubs of your district that you are the first one that who's taking lead in a direction like this, which in any case has become a part and parcel of our lifestyle by now. Anything beyond that would be criminally delayed, I would say. So friends, we are in a period of lockdown, and lockdown 2 basically ends today. Lockdown 3 starts tomorrow. We are in this, those of us who are in the city of Kolkata, we do not know what that means for us. We still hope there will be more clarity from the government, from the state government, as to what is permissible, what is not permissible, but that's a separate issue altogether. The most crucial point here is that before we went into lockdown, even the lockdown 1, and before the world was really hit by the COVID-19 challenge, which goes back to the December of 2019 in China, where they say it started, and basically started spreading in some part of China, January 2020, and then to some other countries. And gradually, this is where the world is, where the world has come. In the past so many decades, the human race has never witnessed a challenge of this proportion. At the same time, in the past so many decades, the human race has not come together for a single cause, fighting unitedly as it has come now. Definitely it's a curse, definitely it's a question of existence of the human race itself, and I'm sure we will win. But in doing so, perhaps the eyes and the senses of the political masters of the countries around the world, I say around the world, it includes us as well, have been sensitized, and they have awakened to the situation that we cannot exist alone, that our existence is in fact intertwined to an extent where the twitch of a butterfly in Timbuktu can really cause a tsunami maybe in New York. We are all connected. We don't live in a segmented world. We may have drawn lines across the globe, but nature respects none of those divisions. For us, it's a planet, and it's our duty to be able to maintain that planet and to be able to hand it over to the next generation in a shape slightly better than what we have assumed and what we have got it today. Now, this is the state. These are figures that were just about 18 to 20 months old, and I don't think much has changed. These are figures basically before the coronavirus and the COVID-19 challenge hit us. You look at the status. To simplify, because sometimes we talk in terms of millions and millions of people and billions of people and percentages, we don't get the import of it. Supposing the whole world were to be reduced to a village of 100 people only, just 100 people, which are an exact representative of the world. 56 out of these 100 would be surviving at less than $2 per day. 56 of them. And that's the poverty line. So 56 of them would be below the poverty line. 65 of them would lack access to safe drinking water. 65 of them would lack access to basic safe drinking water, without which people cannot survive. And only 6 would have 59% of the wealth, the entire wealth of the world. 6 only which basically means 6% of the human population controls 59% of the wealth on this planet, and only 10 would have higher education. Now, this is a fact of life. This is a fact despite the issue that we have progressed, that so many countries have come out of the underdeveloped to developed nations, that the world is growing, that the economies are getting stronger, that the economies of some of the large nations of the world, including China and India, are so very different from what they were a few decades ago, but this is still a reality. Now, this is the reality in which we were living. And another important part of the reality is that none of us, or none of the governments across the world, and I say none, I really think it's none. If there is some nation somewhere in this planet, maybe a nation of much lesser number of people that I am not aware of, well, that could be an issue. But none of the strong and the big and the economically powerful, or those in terms of the population, the bigger nations, none of them were prepared for an event like this, for a catastrophe that's hit us. And some of you may have seen, and I have seen that clipping from Bill Gates, where Bill Gates made a presentation almost about 5 years ago. And he's gone on to say in his presentation that the next big challenge that will come to the human race will come not from any arm, ammunition, or a bombing. It will come through microbiological organisms. And that's part of a TED Talks. If you follow TED Talks, you just go Google Bill Gates and you'll find it in one of his presentations. And when he demonstrates what a microscopic biological organism that could be, he conjured the figure, which is almost identical to the figure or the shape of the coronavirus that is being used in the televisions and across the media today. So 5 years ago, we had this genius telling us that if the human race is really threatened on this planet, it will be not because of any bombing or arms or ammunition or war. It will be because of the biological microorganisms. And he said in the same presentation, the reason why that would happen would be because we are not prepared for it. We are prepared for the arms, ammunitions, bombings, war, how to control, how to preempt, how to have peace talks, how to bring in various peace zones and work out things. But we are not prepared as far as the microbiological strike on the planet that could take place at any point of time. And that's exactly what has happened. And when it's happened with this kind of a backdrop, in a backdrop where this is the reality of the world. And in this reality of the world, now let me take you to the other spectrum. The other spectrum is that in the last 5 decades or so, maybe 4 decades, the world's mindset, the global mindset has really changed. The way we live, the way we exist, our socio-economic existence in the world as individuals and as corporates. The corporate persona has changed from the concept of charity to the concept of philanthropy, to the concept of corporate citizenship and the social entrepreneurship. CSR has come a long way. We are today in a world of institutionalized philanthropy that can make big impacts. If you look at some of the biggest initiatives that rule the world today, in terms of trying to make an impact in the world, they come from institutionalized philanthropy. Even the nations must follow the same patterns. Even the countries must follow the same patterns. What is required there is a mindset. Today we've been challenged, and you will see that I have a slide, and I'm just making a brief reference to it, that this is a journey of learning. But I'm not sure how much of learning is really taking place. We are waiting for a vaccine, but what happens after the vaccine? What is the experience that is coming out of this kind of a situation? Are the governments learning out of it? Are the political leaders learning out of it? Are we going to get prepared for the next strike? Is there any assurance of any nature whatsoever that after this virus, there would be no other virus of this nature and this proportion that would again strike the world? And if that happens, how prepared will the world be at that point of time? Now, that's an important question. And I really do not know how much of learning is taking place, because the human mind must prepare and must learn from those experiences. We as an association, when we talk of what Lions are doing, we also have to learn as to how the Lions clubs will operate, how our clubs and our districts would operate in a situation like that. Our contribution would be limited to what we can do. We are common individuals, common citizens, but bound together through our membership of our autonomous Lions clubs, and together constituting what is called the world of Lions Clubs International, which is the world's largest service club organization. That's what we are. You see, if we really want to make an impact today, it's true that some scientists will find out, some people who are doing research will find out as to how to make that vaccine. The vaccine will be prepared and the vaccine would be brought into the entire humanity. And all of us seem to be waiting. Will it be September? Will it be December? Will it be January? Will it be February? How do we bide time till then? Can we really continue to be in a lockdown? Those are the kind of situations and ideas that come to our minds. The fact is, to counter these situations, you need individuals who have, so to say, the ability to have work with 360-degree mindset. To eradicate malaria from the face of the earth, definitely you need doctors, definitely you need scientists, definitely you need guys who work with research, but basically you need somebody who's a visionary as far as organizations is concerned, as far as delivery systems is concerned. Beyond the doctors, beyond the scientists, you need somebody to string together everything. You need somebody with the kind of a mindset of Bill Gates to be able to announce the world that we will make the world malaria free. Similarly, when these issues and these challenges are right in front of us, it is somebody who has to come from the social field to find out the answers. And that is the question of preparing for tomorrow. If you are trying to find out why I'm starting with this background, it's because Sanjeev, when he spoke to me, he said we'd like to discuss it because of the nature of the membership of his club. Of course, there are so many individuals today who are not members of his club, but otherwise members of so many other clubs in B2, 322 B2, and in other districts of the country. The issue is that he wanted a discussion in this backdrop. So this is where we are. And this is very, very simply that I would like to touch to take it forward as to what we could be doing. Now, this is the challenge. No matter what we do, sustained development must take into consideration the economy, the environment, and the society. Today, we replace that sustained development with the Corona challenge. Just mentally replace what's written right in the middle of the slide, sustained development. You replace it with Corona challenge and the environment and the society and the economy. The solution to that must be, as far as the existence of human beings, as our Prime Minister said, Jaan or Jahan. Where is the balance? But what is the balance going to be? How is that balance going to happen? What is the injection that's going to come into the economy? A lot of us are asking that question. And I'm not going to go into the tangent of the fiscal deficit, whether a fiscal deficit of 3.5 we must really cap it there, or whether we can allow the fiscal deficit to get larger so long as we can fight the challenges of coronavirus. But the whole idea is society represents the human beings per se, human life, economy, and the environment. Now, this entire challenge must be understood in light of that. As far as the environment is concerned, I've heard some friends say, perhaps this was nature's way of telling us that you've really crossed not the Lakshman Rekha, but you've really crossed the final danger line. You had really to be, the entire human race had to be shaken up, to be risen, to be awakened to the situation, to the realities of today. And that's why perhaps the nature has given us a way out. This is the way you have to find your solutions. You have to balance your lifestyle, but this is the way nature needs to be respected. What's happening today? Pollution levels are down. As they say, Ram Teri Ganga Meli, the Ganga Meli content is coming down. Delhi's Yamuna is looking cleaner, I'm told. The Har Ki Pauri in Hardwar, we saw it on the television. The water's looking cleaner there. The air in our own cities is much cleaner. The pollution levels have come down. And in a city like Jalandhar, I'm told, from the city itself, they are beginning to see snow-capped mountains, which the seniors in that city, those who are 70 to 80 years old, are confirming that they used to see those mountains when they were kids, when they were just 10, 12, 15 years old. For the last so many decades, they haven't seen them. They had vanished, and that was all because of the pollution. So that's one side of what's happened. Nature perhaps requiring that rest. It's got that rest. The answer that the human race must find is, when we get back, when we come out of the lockdown, what is the pace with which we are going to start again? I don't think we even have an answer for that. I don't think we've even thought about that. We want to start all the flights. We want to start all the cars. We want to put in the ignition. We want to get back to life exactly where we left ourselves on the day we got into this lockdown. If that's going to happen, I do not know. As responsible members of the society, as responsible members on this planet, individuals on this planet Earth, what will the Lions do? I do not know. Will we be able to codify, or will we be able to drive some changes, starting with our clubs? I do not know, but perhaps we need to. We need to look at that, because in today's world, what the Lions are really doing, they are reaching out in every manner possible, such that there are local initiatives for the global impact. We need to make a global impact, but there are local initiatives. Staying at home, distributing masks, providing gloves, providing PPE kits, providing food. We just had that program on the television. We just saw hundreds of crores of rupees in cash and kind contributed by the Lions. Who knows? Who knew even before we really got those figures there? We don't even estimate sometimes. That is the strength of what the Lions can do. If that is the strength, what we can do, my question, which is going to remain a constant question throughout this entire presentation, is, can we bring in the winds of change to drive a total, a radical shift in the lifestyles post-COVID-19 period? We don't do that, then what is the learning of the COVID-19 period? The learning of the COVID-19 period cannot be that we were in the lockdown, we were all in our homes, we didn't party, we didn't go out, we stayed in, we worked from home to the extent possible, we watched a few movies, we spent time with our families, and then a vaccine was discovered, and the life is normal. If this is the learning that comes out from COVID-19 situation, that's tragedy. That's tragedy as far as leadership is concerned, because the learning must be much more. And I have regularly been maintaining, as Lions Clubs International, as members, as our clubs, as part of the constituents of this wonderful association, can we be the Amazon of service? What is the concept of an Amazon of service? This is a concept where we state that this is a platform where everybody brings in that these are the resources that we have. These are the resources that we can share. And then there would be others who would come forward and say, this is where the need is. And on that platform, we try to create a marriage or a matching on a one-to-one basis between the needs and the resources. If that's what's done, that is the ultimate goal of what Lions Clubs could do in the near future. In the near future, that is where our destination should be. Because when the needs will become so large, when the needs will go beyond community levels, of course, to be dealt with, to be served in the individual communities, but in almost all communities of the world, it has to be through a platform of this nature, where the needs and resources come in together and they get matched almost on a one-to-one basis. This is a very rudimentary way of saying it, and I don't have the perfect plan for it. I think somebody on this webinar, somewhere, some Lion in the world will draw up a much better plan for it. It could be any kind of a Lion, somebody who's new into this association, somebody who's been there for very many years, but somebody who will have that futuristic mind will draw up this plan for being the Amazon of service. That's where we ultimately have to go. And this concept is born out of the idea that we look at Uber. Now today, Uber is such a big service provider, transported to individuals in so many countries of the world. Uber doesn't own a single vehicle, and yet it is the biggest service provider in human transport across the world. You look at Airbnb, they don't own a single room, yet they are the platform that provides accommodation to millions of people on a daily basis across the world, much more than any hotel chain in the world, than the biggest hotel chain in the world, or I would say some of the biggest hotel chains put together in the world. Airbnb does business more than that. So what happens is they become a platform. We need to be becoming a platform. That's what we almost became this time. How did we become? When we had so many people wanting to say that we want to provide the food, we want to provide the dry ration. There were so many who were lions, there were so many who were non-lions. There were so many clubs. We got them together. That was in our own small way, we were becoming the aggregators. In becoming the aggregators in MD 322 alone, we say that we have served more than 3 million, that's 30 lakh meals had already been served till some days ago. Sanjeev mentioned Rajkumar Agarwal, who's been instrumental in helping him organize this webinar also. In fact, Rajkumar Agarwal is the person who's been instrumental in accumulating all this data and providing it to us. And he has complete details, club-wise, district-wise details, 30 lakh cooked and dry ration meals provided by the Lions in Eastern India alone. Look at the kind of money that was provided. Individuals, clubs, families, HUFs, providing money coming out of the generosity directly of the Lions as family members, as club members, as the club leaders, as the kartas of the HUF, as the owners of the various business entities. I mean, look at that amount, 4.7 crores in Eastern India alone in cash. Now that's what is the Amazon of service. There is a need there. There are resources here, resources coming through a particular platform. But this needs to be further streamlined. This needs to be further organized even in a post-COVID period. And that's very important. This is a journey and we need to learn from the experience. You know, journey is not about getting to a destination. There isn't going to be a destination. There will be no destination. It will be ongoing. If we believe that this is a one-time journey, ये कोविड-19 से शुरू हुआ, कोविड-19 का चैलेंज खत्म हो जाएगा जिस दिन वैक्सीन फर्स्ट रेडी हो जाएगी एंड देन वैक्सीन इतनी क्वांटिटी में प्रोड्यूस हो जाएगी एंड अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड डिलीवर हो जाएगी. COVID-19 challenge may be negotiated, but we need to prepare for the next strike of the microbiological organisms, because I don't know, I'm not a scientist. The scientists will tell us that there is no way that we can predict that it will not happen again. And hamari jo connectivity hai, look at the number of travels that we do today in today's world, number of flights that are taking place across the world. We don't live in a world where people live in their countries. It takes them 3 and 4 and 5 months to sail by boats to reach another country. And there are far few individuals, who really travel from one part of the world to the other. Today, we live in a highly connected world. You just get onto a flight. It's just like going from one place to the other. It's no difference between going from one part of the country to the other or going to a foreign country. I mean, with that kind of connectivity, this kind of spread of virus can always take place. We need to learn from that experience. And in doing so, we need to prepare ourselves. Lions clubs need to learn from this experience the art and the science of being the aggregator of small and big contributors. It's the art and the science of being small and big contributors and being able to inspire, as Mother Teresa said, very, very applicable in today's program, because this is a program organized by Lions Club of Mother Teresa Sarani, and these are Mother Teresa's words, share till it hurts. The sharing must be to a point till it hurts. 4.7 crores definitely we have given, but I'm very sure about the fact perhaps we haven't shared till it hurts. I haven't, I'll be honest. I don't know about you. Introspect, think in your own minds, think to yourself whether you have really shared till it hurts. This is really a time to be able to explore, to learn, to perform, to relearn. And in doing so, the best thing that the Lions have done is to be able to respond and not react. We have responded to the challenge. We saw the challenge was there. We didn't want to step out with the food items, buy the food items and chalo baantne chalte hain. In the past, that's what Lions would do. Get a banner, many members get together, go and distribute the food items. This time we did not want, there was no scope to react in that way. We had to respond in a manner that is suitable today. Get the stuff, hand it over to the government authorities, hand it over to the police authorities, hand it over to the local civic authorities. They would distribute it. It had to go through a particular channel. That's what we have done. We have done it successfully. This was a time to be calm within ourselves, calm in our own discussions, and learn and prepare for the future. One of the most important things that we have learned, and as leaders at different level, whether at a district level, multiple district level, club level, even our own families, everybody is stressed. Some people are stressed they can't get out of the home. The youngsters perhaps are more stressed because of that. Those who are working are stressed. We can't get out of the home because we can't get to the offices. There are some people who have other business entities. They are stressed. How are they going to meet the overheads and the salaries of hundreds and thousands of employees when there has been no production and there's no cash flow for the last 50 days? What's going to happen? Even if you do it for 30 days, what about the next 30 days? And what about the 30 days thereafter? Where is the support? Is there a support really available? Yet there are home ministry orders which tell you, no, don't retrench, pay everybody and pay everybody 100%. If that be the situation, we need to be calm. We need to be really respond in a calm manner. We need to find solutions to that. We know that and as Lions, you see, as Lions, we are members of our own clubs, but we are also responsible individuals. This has been the time to build relationships. That's what Lions have been doing. You talk to people, you don't get time. Sometimes I say for introspection. We haven't found time for introspection. Apart from that, hundreds of crores rupees all of India level, at the India level, the figure which was announced on that program, 4.7 crores हमने दिया, और समान 8-10-12 करोड़ का दिया, 10-12-15 करोड़ का काम हमने ईस्टर्न इंडिया में किया, अपने मल्टीपल डिस्ट्रिक्ट में किया. But beyond that, this has to be an opportunity for building relationship and for renewing our spirits. This has to be the time to apply the balm physically, emotionally, spiritually. Physically, in the sense, that's understood. We need to, as they say, improve your immunity systems. I don't know how many of us are doing it. Emotionally, definitely, we are trying to reach out. We are trying to support those who really need our support. What we can do is in simple ways, those who are not in the containment zones and those who are not in the red zones or the hot spots, at least little bit, just within 100 yards circumference of your homes and offices, which you may try to, I do not know what the reality would be. You may try to go from tomorrow onwards to see what you can really reach out, what you can really support. A lot of us are doing it already. Emotional support, spiritually support, because there are people who are stressed. There are people who are naturally stressed and they need that support. And this stressed people you will find amongst our own friends. One of the most important things what we have been talking to the Lions is that speak very, very, as they say, kindness matters the most in letter and spirit. Speak softly. Our entire experience has to change. As they say, when we communicate and when we communicate with Lions, outside Lions, the communication levels styles have to change. In the past, we often said, your body language does a lot of speaking. Now here, when we communicate during online meetings, it may not necessarily be body language because you don't see the entire body. So be very specific in the words that you use. Choose your words. Keep away the sarcasm. You never know where you will hit somebody. We never know where we might, hurt somebody's feelings. Everybody's, with about 38, 39, 40 days of lockdown, people are really at the, some of them may be charged. There may be various reasons for them to be feeling not too good about it. And in that respect, we have to be when we say of responsibility, what I really mean is the response ability. We must have the ability to respond to that situation. That's what the Lions really have been doing. And in doing so, one of the important things that's happening is the way we are organizing our meetings, the way we are doing our discussions, the way we are moving forward. We didn't do this kind of fundraising ever. Itna fundraising campaign 100 mein nahi hum kar sake. We are into that big campaign to raise $300 million. We had targets for our own districts. When we used to tell our own districts, I mean, I'm not going to name a particular district, कि आपके यहाँ से भी इतना रुपए का फंड रेजिंग होना चाहिए, इतना कैसे होगा. लेकिन ये कोविड-19 के टाइम में जब उनके डिस्ट्रिक्ट का टोटल देखते हैं तो हुआ है. सो जो स्ट्रक्चर्ड ढंग से नहीं हो सका, वो नॉन स्ट्रक्चर्ड ढंग से वो हुआ है. How did that happen? It happened through online requests. It happened because people worked from their hearts. They were ready to apply that balm, as I said, physically, emotionally, spiritually. It happened through the various requests, and a lot of clubs and zones and regions and districts have been meeting online. In fact, we've been changing the way we've been doing things. There have been regular requests going out from us to organize meetings online. My dear friends from the Lions, I mean, all of us are, I think everybody on this seminar would be from the Lions clubs, member of one club or the other. We need to understand this is a wonderful experience that we have in this as members of our clubs. We need to keep the Lions clubs going. Are our clubs meeting? Are there meetings online? Or have the clubs suddenly stopped meeting? Maybe just a few members talking to each other. But why? If this seminar can take place today, this seminar has at this point of time closely as many people as there would be in a district conference. I mean, if there would be no election, this is the number of individuals that would be in a district conference of this particular district, maybe around 400. That's what it would be. But then there are so many people here in this seminar. Why is this happening and how is this happening? This was a change which was required. This was a change which was much, much required, a shift in the way of working using technology, leveraging our operations. It wasn't happening. We needed COVID-19 to come and push us for that to happen. And if that's beginning to happen, my question also is going to be, what's going to happen in the future? Because we have seen people who are experiencing these online meetings. In my own district, I'll tell you, we had a cabinet meeting online. And right after that meeting, we got responses from most of the cabinet members. अपने कोविड वाला प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाने के बाद भी नेक्स्ट ईयर अपने एक दो मीटिंग अपने ऑनलाइन ही कर सकते हैं. We did our multiple council meeting online, similar comments. This year we are going to be doing our multiple convention online. I mean, you will hear the announcements 6th and 7th of June. Please mark those dates, save those dates. You will get more details in due course. Maybe in the next few days itself, you will get those details. Online conference. We expect that the total number of individuals attending that online conference would be much more than they are at the in-person conference. If that is the change which is happening, then why should it not happen at our club level? Why not more, completing all our nomination meetings and election meetings online, continuing with our business, of course, very differently, very softly. This is not time to press. This is not time to push. This is a time to collaborate. This is a time to be friendly. This is a time to reach out. This is a time to listen. This is a time to be able to understand. And as I said, build those relationships. We are even talking of conventions online, and that's very fine. Some of the districts are holding them. Some districts say that they are having some genuine problems, which also can be understandable. But whichever way it goes, we are talking about about district conventions as well online. So the whole thing is talk to the friends. That's what the Lions are doing. Talk with the cause, talk with your heart. If we do that, and then we make those decisions, and we make those decisions fast, and we make those decisions relatively much more faster than that would happen in the in-person meetings, I think we are getting the results. Had it not been for those results, तो ये 30 लाख लोगों का खाना, हजारों की संख्या में PPE kits, 4.7 crore यानी 4 करोड़ 70 लाख का contribution, none of that would have been possible from Eastern India alone. From Eastern India alone, all that has become possible. One club in Bhutan, हमारी भूटान में एक क्लब है, उन्होंने भूटान PM फंड को 5 लाख रुपया दिया. हमको कई बार लगता था उस क्लब में बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है या है भी, तो लिमिटेड स्ट्रेंथ से अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, पिछले कई सालों से काम कर रहे हैं. लेकिन जिस क्लब ने आज आकर के इकट्ठा करके अपने देश में, अपने वो अलग देश हैं, वी रिस्पेक्ट देम, सॉवरेनिटी, उन्होंने अपनी सरकार को अपने PM फंड में भी 5 लाख रुपया दिया. आज आप देखिए, देयर आर सो मेनी. एक चीज तो हमारे और सामने आई है, कई बार हमको पता ही नहीं है कि हमारे बीच में कैसे कैसे दानवीर बैठे हैं, पता ही नहीं है. हमको शायद आइडिया ही नहीं था अपनी डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स का, अपनी स्ट्रेंथ का, हमको अपनी ताकत का आइडिया नहीं था. ये जो कंट्रीब्यूशन आया है इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेस से, जो आया है, लोगों ने अपने दिलों से दिया है. So that's the whole situation. That's what the Lions have done. They've done it in a particular backdrop. We, as the world, now I'm just winding up, as the world, we were not prepared. The world was a highly skewed world. Despite all the development, highly skewed world, nothing fair about the distribution of wealth and the resources. The world across the globe, we were not prepared for a pandemic like this. I'm not sure, let us only hope and pray that we would be future prepared in the future for pandemics like this. I spoke to you about Bill Gates. I'm told that there is a movie called Contagion. You watch that movie, it's on Prime, it's on that Prime channel, it's available. You watch that movie, the Hollywood researchers spoke to the scientists. They had the movie ready a few years ago, which talks of a situation like this. So the scientists had anticipated, they had preempted, but nobody was listening. I hope the world listens. And then shifting gradually to what we are doing at the Lions Clubs level, we've done wonderful. We've done wonderfully in all our districts and our clubs. We've done it wonderfully in our country and across the globe. I may only tell you that at the international level, close to $3 million, yani kariban 21-22 crore rupiah, has also been given out by Lions Clubs International Foundation to the districts for the support programs. 322B2 ने भी एक एप्लीकेशन डाल रखी है. मुझे पता नहीं वो एप्लीकेशन अप्रूव हो गई है या नहीं हो गई है. $10,000 की एक आपकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट से भी एक एप्लीकेशन गई हुई है, and that's very fine. But $3 million यानी $30 lakh तो फाउंडेशन से भी अप्रूव हो चुका है. So the Lions are there, the Lions are supporting, and the Lions are working differently. ये ऑनलाइन वर्किंग जो शुरू हुई है, that is really commendable. Your club has taken the lead in your district, and that is really commendable. This needs to continue in the future. And I will now be open to any questions or any comments that there may be. Sanjeev, you got to, if there are any questions or comments.
Yes, sir. So we have the first question from Mr. Anand Jain, who was having a question which says, just 1 second, sir, is how can the organized manner where along with service we can make an impact on other citizens?
मुझे आपका क्वेश्चन सुना नहीं, आप एक बार रिपीट करेंगे क्या?
हाँ सर. So आनंद जैन जी का क्वेश्चन है, how the Lions can serve in organized manner where along with service we can make an impact on other citizens.
We are making an impact, you see. There is no doubt that we are not making an impact. Abhi, we cannot, in my opinion, ये सारा मैं आपको personal opinion बता रहा हूँ. We can get very close to people. Social distancing and hygiene norms have to be obeyed, have to be respected, and they have to be a part and parcel of our lifestyles. But we should be talking. हम जो भी कर रहे हैं, हाँ, मैंने तो कल एक प्रोग्राम में ये भी कहा था कि हम जितना भी काम कर रहे हैं उसके छोटे-छोटे 2 मिनट के, 90 सेकंड के, 2 मिनट के मॉड्यूल्स बना के, अगर हम शॉर्ट फिल्म्स बना के हम यूट्यूब में अपलोड करना चाहें, कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट अपना चैनल बनाना चाहे, वो डेटा अवेलेबल करना चाहे, वो सॉफ्टवेयर आई वुड से, एंड वो मटेरियल अवेलेबल करना चाहे टू द क्लब्स, टू द मेंबर्स, जो कि वो शेयर कर सकें अपने दोस्तों के साथ, अपने रिलेटिव्स के साथ, अपने बिजनेस एसोसिएट्स के साथ. सो दैट इज द वे वी वुड बी एबल टू रीच आउट. आज हम लार्ज इन पर्सन मीटिंग्स करके उनको नहीं, हम अगर मीटिंग में उनको बुला के बताना चाहें हम ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर ही नहीं सकेंगे. ये लार्ज इन पर्सन मीटिंग्स तो कब होंगी मेरे को पता नहीं है. एटलीस्ट फॉर अ फ्यू मंथ्स तो नहीं होंगी. आई मीन होंगी उसके बाद में, लेकिन फॉर अ फ्यू मंथ्स तो नहीं होंगी, बिकॉज द सेफ्टी मेजर्स वुड बी रिक्वायर्ड. एंड तब तक जो है ये ऑनलाइन सिस्टम से हम इसको स्मॉल मॉड्यूल्स बना करके वी नीड टू रीच आउट. इनफैक्ट this is one thing which came up at one of the training seminars that we were doing yesterday, and that was my comment there, and I would say the same thing to you.
Of a club, Gaurav Moore, which says that a lot of videos are getting circulated as to not to take videos of poor. Whether we should do that or not, need your views on that, sir.
Very, 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 very pertinent question, and Gaurav ji, I appreciate that question first of all. I really appreciate that question. देखिए, मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ. आज हम लायंस क्लब ऑफ टॉलीगंज के डायलिसिस सेंटर में गए। आप ही की डिस्ट्रिक्ट में क्लब है, उन्होंने अपना डायलिसिस सेंटर बनाया है, वेरी गुड सेंटर दे हैव। उस डायलिसिस सेंटर में गए और हमारे साथ एक एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर थे, हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट थे। एंड आमतौर से जैसे होता है पेशेंट के साथ एक तरफ खड़ा करके क्लब के ऑफिसर को खड़ा करके, या मेरे को भी पता नहीं बोला होगा, मैं वहां था, भी आप भी आगे खड़े हो जाओ, वो फोटो लेने लगे। हमारे दिमाग में कई बार ये चीज आती नहीं है कि इसको रोकें, लेकिन I think there are too many microphones on. When one person
Can you
speaks, the other microphones have to be switched off.
Gaurav, can you mute your phone?
Yeah.
All our office bearers to mute your phone.
Okay.
Yes.
So वो जो हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट थे हमारे एसोसिएशन को, उन्होंने उसी समय कह दिया प्लीज डोंट टेक अ फोटोग्राफ। मैं किसी भी हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटी में जाता हूँ, वी डोंट वांट टू टेक फोटोग्राफ्स ऑफ पेशेंट्स whom we are serving। पहले आप उनसे रिटर्न परमिशन लीजिए, कोई बच्चा है तो उनके पेरेंट्स से परमिशन लीजिए कि हम तुम्हारी फोटोग्राफ लेंगे, तो हमारे पास फोटोग्राफ आने के बाद में हम उसको सर्कुलेट कर सकते हैं। तो पहले जब तक ये परमिशन नहीं है, वी नीड टू रिस्पेक्ट दैट प्राइवेसी। कोई हमारे पास मदद के लिए आया है, दैट डजंट मीन दैट पर्सन बिकम्स अ शो पीस। At a philosophical level, what was said was right, and I think practically also what was right। अब गरीबों को कोई भी चीज बांटते हैं, बांटते हुए कि वो फोटोज लेना एंड फोटोज लेके सर्कुलेट करना, आई अग्री विद यू। देयर हैव बीन सम इवेंट्स इन द पास्ट, एक पर्टिकुलर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में गए थे, वो वॉर विडोज को बुला करके वहां पे कुछ सामान स्टेज पे देने लग गए, और वो सामान भी ज्यादा नहीं, कुछ 2,000-2,500 रुपए का सामान था। ऐसी 10-15 वॉर विडोज को बुला करके स्टेज पे वो सामान दिया गया। इट रियली हिट द कॉन्शियंस। आफ्टर दोस वॉर विडोज हैड लेफ्ट, आई इवन स्पोक कि ये सामान तो बिना किसी को बताए उनके घर में जाना चाहिए था। ऐसे जिनके घर वालों ने, जिनके घर के लोगों ने इस देश के लिए अपनी जान दे दी, उनको 200, 500, 700 आदमी के बीच में आकर 2,000 रुपए का सामान ग्रहण करना पड़े, ये तो लानत हम पर है, ये तो हम पर शो करता है। सो गौरव जी, आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग, आई अप्रिशिएट। I think there could be better ways of reaching out figures, reaching out stories, making out stories and reaching them out, rather than taking those pictures of handing it to the poor people and all. I 100% agree with you. The same message can perhaps be more effectively reached out in a creative, in an innovative manner. And I think we need to go there.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
there are pile of questions, sir. The next question is from Rajinder Garg, Siliguri. If the lockdown continues, please suggest installation process of the clubs. I don't know whether you want to take up this question.
नहीं, ये क्या कोई दिक्कत नहीं सर, इंस्टॉलेशन भी होंगे, ऑनलाइन इंस्टॉलेशंस भी होंगे, आज ऑनलाइन कॉन्फ्रेंसें भी हो रही हैं। पॉइंट इज के प्रॉब्लम्स हैं कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में, कई जगह कई लोग कह रहे हैं, कई डिस्ट्रिक्ट अथॉरिटीज कह रही हैं कि प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, वी कांट फाइट देम। हम तो उनको सजेस्ट कर रहे हैं, हमने तो मल्टीपल से एडवाइजर, हम उनको सजेस्ट कर रहे हैं। खैर कॉन्फ्रेंसेस बहुत लार्ज होती हैं, इलेक्शंस होती हैं, वहां इश्यूज हो भी सकते हैं, बट एज फॉर द इंस्टॉलेशंस, वो तो इट्स काइंड ऑफ अ फेलोशिप प्रोग्राम इन द सेंस दैट इट्स अ सेलिब्रेशन, नॉट अ फेलो, इट्स अ सेलिब्रेशन। सो दैट सेलिब्रेशन तो उसमें नेट पे होंगे सर, नेट पे होंगे, क्यों नहीं होंगे। हम मल्टीपल कन्वेंशन करने वाले हैं 6 और 7 जून को। भगवान किया, ईश्वर की कृपा हुई तो अच्छा कन्वेंशन होना चाहिए, ईश्वर की कृपा होनी चाहिए, ये बहुत अच्छा कन्वेंशन होना चाहिए। मैं नहीं, हमारी तमाम लीडरशिप मल्टीपल डिस्ट्रिक्ट की, दूसरे पीआईडीज, दे आर वर्किंग ऑन इट टेक्निकली, जहां तक कर सकें लोगों को साथ लेकर काम करने की सारी बातें हो रही हैं। तो अगर उतना बड़ा कन्वेंशन हम अगर सोचते हैं कि 1000 की संख्या से भी ज्यादा वहां लोग वहां पे पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे ऑनलाइन कन्वेंशन में, तो क्लबों के इंस्टॉलेशन भी होंगे, ऑनलाइन होंगे साहब, जरूर होंगे, क्या दिक्कत है। I mean, I see no reason for it to get worried about it at all.
All right, sir. The next question is from Arun Jain. Lion as a brand need to improve further for getting more CSR funds for serving the society. What is your take on it?
Always, definitely. Branding is, sharing the mind share. Branding is about getting the mind share. It's not only the market share. Mind share पहले आएगा तब market share आएगा। यानी कोई भी आदमी एक पर्टिकुलर चीज, वो एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट था ना, whenever you see color, think of us. कलर देखते ही अगर उनकी याद आती है तो उसे कहते हैं प्रोडक्ट की ब्रांडिंग। जेंसन निकलसन का था मेरा ख्याल, whenever you see color, think of us, their tagline. So वैसे ही हमारी ब्रांडिंग होनी चाहिए। कहीं भी सेवा का काम हो, किसी भी सिविक अथॉरिटी के मन में, किसी भी बड़े बिजनेस के दिमाग में पहली बात आनी चाहिए, अगर इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइज्ड, स्प्रेड अक्रॉस, वॉलंटियर बेस, सस्टेनेबल बड़ा काम करना है, किसके साथ करें, पहला नाम बाय डिफॉल्ट आना चाहिए लायंस क्लब्स, उसे कहते हैं ब्रांडिंग। उस लेवल की ब्रांडिंग पे हमें जाना है, तो वी नीड टू विन ओवर द माइंड शेयर the mind share of the stakeholders and the decision makers in each community, in each country.
Very good, sir. So there is a question from KSB 24B1, and I don't know whether you want to take this or not. How to conduct the elections online without infringing the C and B of secret ballot?
No, there are देखिए आज के दिन अब देखिए कि there are so many meetings which even legal meetings have been allowed online. From those of you, so many of you are working with the corporate law, board meetings online allow हुए. There were service providers जो उसके लिए voting के लिए भी online उनके पास provision था. अब आपके general meetings भी online allow हो रहे हैं. उन general meetings में भी voting होगा. There are some service providers who have got the facilities. I do understand there are technical issues. I do understand that sometimes our individual lions may not understand those technicalities. The organizers may understand, but the individual lions may not understand. But it's all a matter of time. आज अगर हमारे देश में ड्राइवर तबका इतनी जल्दी स्मार्टफोन यूज करना शुरू कर दिया कि हमारी ट्रेडिशनल टैक्सीज को उबर एंड ओला ने आउट कर दिया है. आज से कुछ साल पहले हम सोचते थे ड्राइवर्स कैसे स्मार्टफोन यूज करेंगे, कैसे जीपीएस फैसिलिटी यूज करेंगे. सबने यूज किया है, यूज कर रहे हैं एंड गजब की सर्विस दे रहे हैं एंड एक रेवोल्यूशन आया है कंट्री में. तो ये भी इट्स गोइंग टू हैपन. अब ये हिकअप्स होते हैं, शुरू में हिकअप्स कई बार होते हैं. पॉइंट इज ये काम हम अगर ट्रेनिंग करके करते तो बहुत आसान हो जाता. वो ट्रेनिंग करके तो किया नहीं, अब ये अचानक आ गया है तो कई जगह हो सकता है रियल प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही हों. But so many places they are going ahead also. So case to case basis hoga.
So the next question is from Suraj Chokhani. His question is, how important is it to serve a democratic fabric of Lionism?
I mean, this is a democratic organization. आपके जितने club officers हैं, district officers हैं, डिस्ट्रिक्ट में तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट गवर्नर एंड वाइस गवर्नर्स इलेक्टेड होते हैं, बाकी वो अपनी टीम बनाते हैं. क्लब एक ऐसी चीज है जो कि बेसिक इंग्रेडिएंट बेसिक कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट ऑफ द एसोसिएशन है. एवरी ऑफिसर ऑफ द क्लब इज इलेक्टेड. प्लीज नोट, एवरी ऑफिसर ऑफ द क्लब इज इलेक्टेड. At the district level, it is only the governors and vice governors who are elected. But the basic constituent is the clubs. Everybody is elected. So, I mean, that's the democracy there.
There's a suggestion from Mr. K.P. Peters, and I don't know whether it's a suggestion or a question, which says, why not think of LCI start a research center or associate with a leading research center and participate in research activities in situations like this pandemic?
Good ideas, but research work is sometimes so cost intensive. I don't know whether we can do it. पहले हमारे फाउंडेशन में रिसर्च वर्क के लिए हम ग्रांट्स नहीं दे रहे थे. फिर जब कैंपेन साइट फर्स्ट 2 के लिए फंड इकट्ठा किया था तो उसमें कहा था कि कुछ पैसा रिसर्च वर्क के लिए भी देंगे. रिसर्च वर्क में जिस लंबा पैसा जितना लगता है, आई डोंट नो हम किस लेवल तक पार्टिसिपेट कर सकेंगे. बट दिस इज एन आइडिया. डेफिनेटली अगर आपके दिमाग में आता है, आप लिखें. हमारे ऑफिसर्स हैं, हमारे ऑफिसर्स को चिट्ठी लिखें, हमारे ऑफिसर्स को कम्युनिकेट करें कि ऐसा आप कुछ कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कर सकते हैं. इससे कोई बड़ा ब्रेक थ्रू होता है, उसमें हमारा बहुत ब्रांड बिल्डिंग बहुत स्ट्रांग होगा. प्लस हमारी एथिकल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है टू पार्टिसिपेट टू सम एक्सटेंट इन रिसर्च. आपका अगर व्यूज हैं, कम्युनिकेट करें. आई मीन दैट्स फाइन. Every lion's views count, so please communicate.
So we have a question from Paz DG, Mahinder Jain ji. In spite of such a tremendous service to mankind, why are we not getting proper recognition in media?
आज तो बहुत मीडिया में रिकॉग्निशन हुआ. आज से 4 दिन पहले हेल्थ मिनिस्टर, आज इस देश में प्रधानमंत्री के बाद अगर किसी इंसान के टाइम की सबसे ज्यादा वैल्यू है, वो यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर की है, श्री हर्षवर्धन जी. He was ready to get on a meeting with the Lions. हमारे साथ मीटिंग हुई and you know that we coordinated it on the platform of East India Lions Leadership Academy. डॉक्टर नरेश अग्रवाल हमारे पास इंटरनेशनल प्रेसिडेंट साहब ने उनको सारा जो लायंस कर रहे हैं भारतवर्ष में उनको सारा बताया. And हर्षवर्धन जी stayed and addressed the Lions for 55 minutes. And then he got up and said, अब मेरा समय हो गया है, मुझे 15 मिनट में PMO ऑफिस में पहुंचना है क्योंकि प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब के साथ मीटिंग है. प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब के साथ की मीटिंग के 15 मिनट पहले तक वो 55 मिनट यहाँ टाइम दिए, जस्ट 4 दिन पहले. सो इससे ज्यादा रिकग्निशन, आई मीन. एंड देन हेल्थ मिनिस्टर ने खुद से अपने ट्विटर हैंडल पे, अच्छा वो जो मीटिंग थी उन्होंने अपने ट्विटर हैंडल से लाइव की, उन्होंने अपने फेसबुक पेज से लाइव किया उस मीटिंग को. हम तो वेबिनार में थे, हमारे पास तो सिर्फ 1000 ही लोग थे. उन्होंने वहां से लाइव किया और बाद में ट्विटर हैंडल में अनाउंसमेंट भी किया. I think that's recognition. That's a lot of recognition. I mean, बाकी और भी होना चाहिए, मैं नहीं कहता हूं कि वो सफिशिएंट है, मैं कहता हूं और आई मीन दैट इज गुड, और भी होना चाहिए, डेफिनेटली होना चाहिए, और हो भी रहा है।
Sir, we have n number of questions. We have only 5 minutes because we want to respect the time. We'll take 2 or 3 more questions. I know
Sure.
that many line members who have raised their hand. We are sorry we are not able to take that, but just 2 or 3 more questions, then we'll end up the session. I'll request our secretary to offer vote of thanks. A question for, and we are doing it based on the question received first. So that's not a that's the way we are going. What would be the new model of service for clubs post COVID-19, sir? I don't know whether it's a repeated question or not.
आई मीन इसमें कैसे कहें, मैं तो बता नहीं सकता हूँ कि मॉडल ऑफ, देखिए ना तो हमारे हॉस्पिटल्स बंद होंगे, ना हमारे वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग सेंटर बंद होंगे, ना आपका गुरुकुल प्रोग्राम बंद होगा, पर गुरुकुल प्रोग्राम में कितना काम ऑनलाइन होगा, कितना काम इन पर्सन होगा, व्हाई नॉट। सपोजिंग नेक्स्ट ईयर आप गुरुकुल प्रोग्राम जब आप करते हैं उस समय तक भी इन पर्सन मीटिंग्स नहीं अलाउड हों, आई डोंट थिंक लायंस क्लब ऑफ मदर टेरेसा सारनी इज गोइंग टू क्लोज डाउन दैट प्रोग्राम। हो सकता है पूरे का पूरा प्रोग्राम ऑनलाइन करेंगे। देयर आर सम सर्विस व्हिच विल हैव टू बी गिवन इन पर्सन, हॉस्पिटल्स हैं, ब्लड बैंक्स हम चला रहे हैं, डायलिसिस सेंटर्स हम चला रहे हैं, ट्रांसफ्यूजन थैलेसेमिक बच्चों के लिए ब्लड ट्रांसफ्यूजन सेंटर हम चला रहे हैं, वो भी चलते रहेंगे। सो टाइम विल इवॉल्व, सर्विसेज तो लोगों तक ही पहुंचेंगी, इट विल हैव टू बी गो टू दोज हु नीड इट, बट देन a lot of way of organizing them, even fundraising online, हमको उसके भी skills सीखने पड़ेंगे। Even I will have to learn, you will have to learn, maybe somebody from amongst you will teach us, so we all will have to learn, and we'll move forward. I mean, what will be the pace, what will be the exact look, हमारे coordinates exactly क्या होंगे उस map पे of in person versus online, I cannot predict, but one thing is sure, I think online is going to be there to stay. It should have been there even earlier, ये delayed आया है, I think it's going to be there to stay.
There's a question from a past DG, which is a kind of a repeated question, but then it's relevant, is why media is not responding?
To what?
To the
responding to what?
To the recognition, I guess.
I mean, it's responding. Lions का कई जगह नाम आ रहा है, और अगर कहीं पर हमको लगता है कि ज्यादा नहीं कर रहा है, तो फिर कोविड-19 से कहानी खत्म नहीं होनी चाहिए ना। मीडिया मैनेजमेंट हम भी और बेटर करें। वैसे भी हम मीडिया मैनेजमेंट में बहुत ज्यादा सफल नहीं हैं। मीडिया मैनेजमेंट अपना ही एक आर्ट और साइंस है। मीडिया मैनेजमेंट अपना ही एक बड़ा चैप्टर है। हम प्रोजेक्ट्स अच्छे से अच्छे चला लेते हैं, लेकिन मीडिया के साथ रिलेशनशिप क्या रखना है, कैसे करना है, प्रमोट कैसे करना है, वो शायद हमारे एजेंडा में बहुत स्ट्रांगली अपीयर नहीं करता है। ये आप और मैं, वी नो ऑल ऑफ इट। we need to be more proactive as far as public relations and letting people know what we are doing, not to project our own picture, but to project the picture of what the Lions are doing, to send out the message of what the Lions are serving. First of all, we don't do as much as is required. Secondly, we don't do it in an organized manner. Third, we don't do it in a sustained manner. Fourth, whatever little we do, we post our own pictures. Individual pictures get precedence over the message of the service activity. I mean, maybe everybody doesn't do that, so don't feel hurt about it. If you don't do it, congratulations. Then this comment was not for you. But most of us do it, many of us do it. So I thought that let's start realizing.
So we'll take one last question from, I apologize for all others who have questions, but we don't have time. We take one last question from our past DG, Kishan Poddarji. Clubs are not in a position to be technically advanced. How these online things can be taken to mass Lions?
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that comment at all. That's underestimating. That's like underestimating the drivers of India. We thought our drivers cannot use smartphones, and we thought that our drivers will not be able to use the GPS, but they are using it. They're using it across the country. They are using it. Ola, Uber is success, and it is a super success model. The chapter is settled once and all for there. हमको लगता है हमारी क्लबें नहीं होंगी, हो सकता है कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, मैं मानता हूं, तो उसे ओवरकम कर लीजिए, लोगों को समझाइए, लोगों को एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए, लोगों तक वो एजुकेशन कोविड के पहले नहीं तो कोविड के बाद में पहुंचा दीजिए। कोई कोविड-19 सिचुएशन को तो हम क्रॉस तो कर ही लेंगे, कितनी जल्दी करते हैं, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन। अब वो 15 दिन में होता है कि 1 महीने में होता है कि 4 महीने में होता है, दैट्स द क्वेश्चन। उसके बाद में आप इस विषय को भूल मत जाइए, उसके बाद में भी क्लबों को अपडेट कर दीजिए। एक टाइम था जब पेपर रिपोर्ट आती थी, जब ऑनलाइन रिपोर्टिंग की बात आई तो लोगों ने कहा जी ये ऑनलाइन रिपोर्टिंग तो लायंस नहीं कर सकते हैं, लेकिन किए, आज तो ऑनलाइन रिपोर्टिंग हो रहे हैं, कैसे नहीं हो रहे हैं, आज तो ऑनलाइन रिपोर्टिंग 100% हो रहे हैं। वैसे ही वो ऑनलाइन में और भी ज्यादा डिजिटली खुद को अट्यून्ड कर लेंगे। अगर आपके पास कुछ ऐसे क्लब्स हैं, चाहे ज्यादा नंबर में भी अगर ऐसे क्लब्स हैं जो नहीं कर सकते हैं, तो आप एट द फर्स्ट एंड द अर्लीस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी उनको एजुकेट करके उनको अपडेट करा दीजिए, एंड इट वोंट टेक वेरी लॉन्ग, बहुत कम समय लगेगा, उस समय ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स करके अपडेट करवा दीजिए। और ये तो सभी जगह होंगे, ऐसे कुछ ना कुछ क्लब तो सभी जगह होंगे, आई मीन आई एम श्योर हैं, सो वी नीड टू वर्क ऑन दैट।
Thank you so much, sir. We are really indebted to you. The whole Lions Club, Mother Teresa, along with the district, is indebted to you for your wonderful deliberations. You will be happy to note that we have touched 350 participants today who were listening to you live, and there were hundreds of them listening to you on YouTube. Thank you so much. We'll continue to do this webinar regularly, and we'll try to educate our members technically as far as possible. So far as Lion Mother Teresa is concerned, they are basically aiming to provide more technical education, more information, and more computer knowledge to the society. Before we end up the session, sir, I request our Secretary of Lions Mother Teresa Sarani, Roshan Bajaj, to please offer a heartiest vote of thanks. Roshan, over to you. Yes, Roshan.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjeev ji. A very good evening to all. I deem it a great honor and a privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable day while our club is conducting its first webinar ever. First and foremost, I would like to thank our special guest, Lion A.P. Singh ji, International Past Director, who, despite his busy schedule and at such a short notice, has taken out time to grace this occasion. Sir, your crisp deliberation has been wonderful and insightful, and we hope that this will provide a wonderful roadmap to philanthropy to all of us attending this session today. We are grateful to the valued representatives of the district cabinet, present and past alike, and our fellow clubs and all the participants for attending this webinar and encouraging us to conduct such seminars in future as well. We should all appreciate that no program can be shaped and be made successful without an effective idea, robust planning, and dedicated efforts. In this regard, I take pride in thanking our dynamic president, Lion Sanjeev Sanghi, our strength and our founder president, Lion Ashish Jhunjhunwala, our war horse, Lion Gaurav Moore, our immediate past president, Lion Abhishek Agrawal, and above all, the senior members of our club, Lion Suresh ji, Binod ji, Lion Sumit ji, Lion Mamta ji, and other valuable members of the club to make this webinar a resounding success. To end this session on an inspiring note, I would like to leave you this quote by Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Thank you. Over to you, Sanjeev Bhaiya.
Thank you so much, AP sir. If you want to give any closing remarks, we would love to hear that. We want to hear you more and more, but we don't have time and we want to restrict that.
नहीं, stay safe, stay healthy. We all need to take care. हम जितना भी करना चाहें, सबसे पहले खुद का, परिवार वालों का, सबका ख्याल रखना बहुत जरूरी है. And prayers to God Almighty that we all stay safe, we stay healthy. That is very important. वो होता रहेगा तो एकदम आगे सब ठीक हो जाएगा. और अगर किसी के परिवार में किसी को कोई तकलीफ आई भी है तो ईश्वर से हम सब प्रार्थना करें कि वो तकलीफ जल्द से जल्द दूर हो जाए, बिकॉज कोई ऐसी बात भी नहीं है, बहुत हजारों की संख्या में जिनको अगर तकलीफ आ भी रही है तो वो भी क्योर हो रहे हैं. ये तो it's a situation we have to face. Let's all pray to God Almighty for his blessings, but let's do our best to stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. It's time to wind up the meeting. I request Sarvesh to please close the meeting.